We are back live here on our big broadcast. We are coast to coast and border to border on iHeartRadio. Also, AMFM247.com. Tune in, iTunes. Of course, you can find us each and every day, 2 Central, 3 Eastern, 12 Pacific, and 1 p.m. Mountain Standard at JiggyJaguar.com. On the TuneIn apps, on-demand podcasts are available via iHeartRadio and 50-plus AM/FM stations across the country and around the world. And we are also available on Roku TV as well. And we have got 2 great guests joining us today here on our big program. And we have interviewed Big Hooks in the past, and he has always told us about some of the great artists that he has on his roster. And one of them is FR3SHGANG, and they join us today here on our program.
Yes, sir.
So, gentlemen, go ahead and give us a brief introduction. How do we find you guys online and everything else?
Okay, Facebook, our handle on Facebook, we have FR3SHGANG237 _official. And on YouTube, you have FR3SHGANG237. We have on Twitter. On Twitter should be FR3SHGANG237
Awesome.
_official too. So on YouTube,
on all platforms, I guess.
on all platforms, yeah, FR3SHGANG237 _official. On all platforms.
That's awesome.
Catch us.
That's awesome. You know, Hooks must have taught you guys a little bit of marketing here, because you're across the board FR3SHGANG, which is awesome. So,
Sure, bro. Sure.
so
237 is Cameroon. They're located in Cameroon, in Africa.
that's
So
awesome.
237 area code of Cameroon. So that's why they got 237. When you die 237, you're going straight up to Cameroon.
So, how in the world did you get hooked up with Big Hooks there, FR3SHGANG? I want to start there, because you're in with quite a big deal.
Yeah, of course.
Well, Big Hooks is like a big bro to us, you know. He's been watching us behind the scenes for a while before we had to come into business. Yeah, so we'll be kicking it for a while though. He's a big bro. Minus business is a big bro to us, so he's been teaching us the game and all that.
Let me step in there, Jigga.
Yes.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I met them. I've been following them for a minute. You know what I mean? Then since Slim cousin is here in the state. He's around my area in Washington D.C. So I was managing him as well. So he kept telling me about this guy. So I started following them. They didn't even know. So they have a banging song that I was playing that, but they never knew that I had that song. So, so I told them, I was like, you know what, man, link me up with Slim, and I wanna, just enhance a little, put my hands on them a little bit to push them worldwide. So, as a matter of fact, once I hear them, so Slim, they were grinding already. They had their movement going on. They had a buzzing in Africa. They got it buzzing in Cameroon. They've been doing shows. And, matter of fact, going to radio stations. So they've been doing all these things, you know what I mean? So once I hit him up, he showed me one banger. And that banger was what we got on right now. So which they're going to tell you about it, which is, it's going to take the words pretty soon, man. And they got a video, too. It's doing pretty good. So that's how I got in contact with them. Then I've just been, coaching them, guiding them along the lines. They got for their next project coming up, and it's been good. It's been great so far, and they've been very humble and, just trying to, learn the game, the business side of it as well, and just stay on the ground. You know what I mean?
That's awesome. That's awesome. We have got FR3SHGANG with us today. They join us live here on iHeartRadio and also AMFM247.com. We have got also Big Hooks with us today to introduce us to this great group, Fresh Gang. So, what is the music scene like in Cameroon?
Well, it's kind of tough though.
It's not easy.
It's kind of tough, competition and all that, but we're kicking it, we're fighting, We've been hustling, like Hook said, we've been hustling for a while, so we just do what we have to do, keep on pushing, promotion and all that, trying to make our name out there. So it's like Cameroon, like we have international artists that that won Grammys and all that. So Cameroon is huge when it comes to music. So that's somehow like an inspiration or motivation for us to follow that same step, because and let the whole world know about more about Cameroon. So that's what we're doing.
Let me step in there, Jiggy.
Yeah.
Matter of fact,
What's up?
Afro-beat is pretty much just growing really worldwide. We got some big superstars there in Cameroon, and they're doing pretty good. So the whole music scenario is growing really fast.
Yeah.
And for them having this hit song and they be doing stuff for a long time coming in the game, it's just putting their stamp in the whole game, because the scene there is growing really fast, and they're getting the buzz and exposure right now in Cameroon, not just in Cameroon, but the whole of Africa as well. And in the US, that I'm here, which I'm pushing them as well on all social media platforms, getting them on radio, airplay, and
Yeah.
as a matter of fact, so they got an advantage because they're buzzing in Africa, then they're buzzing in the state as well. So they're worldwide, they're global artists, you know what I mean? So they're having that advantage. So we're pretty much, after this COVID whole pandemic, pretty much doing a lot of shows in different parts in Africa as well, and then in Cameroon. You know what I mean?
That's fantastic. So, what would you describe your guys' music as?
Actually, our genre is we're much versed with Afro-beat and the normal hip hop, like a rap. So we do Afro-beat, we do rap at the same time. So that's just it. That's our music. We do rap, we do Afro-beat.
That's awesome. That's fantastic. Yeah. Well, we played some of your music before we got you guys on the call. Tell me a little bit about
Afro-beat and sorry, Jigga.
No. Go ahead, Hooks. You wanted to say something. Jump in there, brother.
Afro-beat and hip hop. They're very versatile. They do different things, and the lane that they're on right now is more Afro-beat. Then they got hip hop. They got a couple of different songs, Afro-beat and mixed hip hop, and I think that's why I'm targeting them, because that's the direction that we're trying to go. Because a lot of artists don't even combine that two together. When you combine Afrobeat and hip hop, it gives you a very, very sound that is going to last. And we try to do something for longevity, you know what I mean? That is going to last for long, that people could listen in the next feature, So that's why I'm even, I went to business with them, because I saw that potential that they have, you know what I mean?
Well, they have some incredible music. We played a little bit before we got on the call here with you guys, and it is pretty damn amazing. You guys have put together a lot of great, a combination of influences. You put a lot of cool stuff.
Thank you.
So, what are you guys hoping to accomplish in the music industry? Uh-oh. The Skype connection. Are you guys back with us? Can you hear me? Skype sometimes will work, sometimes Skype won't work. We've got Fresh Gang with us today. I'm going to attempt to reconnect with these guys, and we're going to see what happens here. Let's see if.
Okay.
Okay.
It's done, man.
There we are. I think I may be back. There we are. Perfect. It's a Skype hiccup, but I don't think Skype was meant for me to interview artists all the way in Cameroon. But I'm glad we're doing it. Glad we're doing it today. So, for someone who's never heard your music, what would you tell them as far as what it's like or describing it to an audience that's never heard you?
Well, I can say if you're having a bad day, they listen to Fresh Gang.
Just listen to Fresh Gang. It's gonna make your day. I bet. It's gonna make your day.
Yeah, they got bangers, which is really danceable. The instrument they're using and the beat, it's something like when you listen, you could vibe to it, and pulling up in the car or around the beach, the club. They got all the bangers, so I think pretty much, they can put you in a very good mood, like if you're sad, when you listen to the music, because it's very catchy through the beat that they created. You know what I mean?
So why is Afro-beat such a big deal nowadays? Because you guys are doing this, and there are a lot of other artists that are doing this style of music. Why is this such a big deal?
Well, I believe, I wouldn't really call it a trend, but it's what is popping right now in Africa, and I believe we out here to make money, business wise. So it's not all about just doing music. We could rap all day, hip hop all day, but we're doing Afro-beat because that's what the people want. That's what the clubs, the DJs in the clubs, that's what they want to play. That's what people want to listen to. So if we it's a huge deal in Africa right now. So before the outside world didn't really know much about Afrobeat. Let me say 5 years behind. People have been doing it, but it wasn't that huge. But right now, it's really huge. So that's why we're taking that direction. Before we used to do mostly
back in the days we used to do rap. It was mostly rap,
hip hop and stuff like that. But we need to stick to the roots and represent where we come from.
And make some money too.
That's great. We have got Fresh Gang with us today. They join us live here in our broadcast. You can find them on Facebook, Instagram as well. They're also on Spotify and YouTube. You're on Twitter. What are some of the reaction that you're getting from social media to your music?
So far we have very positive remarks from the fans, maybe family and all that.
All the supporters.
And maybe supporters and friends. We have so much positive remarks.
They want to listen more. They want to listen more.
They want more. They even want more songs. They want more releases. So
that's why we'll be working, trying to give them what they want.
That's awesome. That's fantastic. So who are some of the other artists in your area of Cameroon and basically all over the world that you've collaborated with or worked with?
That we have already collabed with or hoping to collab with. I didn't get
no, the people you have worked with, and then my next question, of course, is going to be, who do you hope to work with?
All right.
We have a couple of artists we collaborated with, but most songs are unreleased yet, so we're still trying to polish it.
Okay.
Yeah. Most of the songs are unreleased yet, not yet out there, so we're still trying to put some one or two things together.
But the release stuff, we released our stuff that we released already is just Fresh Gang because we're trying to put ourselves out there first before collapse and all that. So, but we're working with some other artists right now that is still.
We'll probably release soon. We'll probably release the song soon. So.
And they're working with some great producers, Jigga. You know, they got some good producers like from the last single. What's the producer who produced the Tori Don't Change Again?
Sanctum.
So they
Sanctum.
so
Tremendous. Well, we're going to do this. We're going to play some more of your music. I appreciate you guys joining us today here on the program. That this has been fun. Big Hooks, you always have just some unique artists, great musicians. You seem to work with all the top guys. I think that's awesome. You haven't brought me a bad artist yet.
yeah, I'm trying to put my hand at my mouthpiece. You know what I mean? When I see potential, just trying to try to develop that craft. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Seeing potential, trying to push it further, and just support artists that are trying to get into the whole business so they can, understand their business part of it and, get money or get further and develop themselves, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen, I appreciate you making time for us today. I know we're going to have you on some of our other programs. I've already had some interest from some other folks that want to talk to you. So I will get Big Hooks their information, and we'll reach out to the country of Cameroon again and talk to you guys. I appreciate you guys being with us today.
All right, thank you so much. Nice talking to you too, sir.
Definitely. I appreciate it, guys. Have yourself a wonderful day.
Have a wonderful day.
Same to you.
Definitely. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. There they go. It is Big Hooks. It is Fresh Gang, and we've got some music right now from them here on our world famous Jiggy Jaguar radio broadcast right now.
Feel the gang, if you're crazy, je suis désolé.
Jiggy Jaguar, move your body like a mangoro. Mayo seke seke, Selena give me break it. Jiggy Jaguar, move your body like a mangoro.
Champs-Élysées, on rappelle les chiens sans paniquer. On était à zéro, mais aujourd'hui on draine comme les zéros. Baby nana, we go take over. Cause kata do this, baby bend over. Baby we need to stay sober, no need to drag all the fun into hangover. Nous sommes quand même arrivés, la manière tu nous kiffes me fait glisser. Les années sont passées, t'es fraîche quand le yé te fait pas play. J'ai que je suis de zongele. Feel the gang, if you crazy, je suis désolé.
Mayo seke seke, Selena give me break it. Jiggy Jaguar, move your body like a mangoro. Mayo seke seke, Selena give me break it. Jiggy Jaguar, move your body like a mangoro. Jiggy Jaguar, move your body like a mangoro. Mayo seke seke, Selena, give me break it, take it. Shake your cabangono, move your body like Nyamangoro. Mayo zeke zeke, Selena, give me break it, take it. Shake your cabangono, move your body like Nyamangoro.
Shake your shin to the zongele, 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 zongele. Feel the gang if you crazy, c'est désolé, désolé, yeah. Shake your shin to the